A key thoroughfare in China, a manufacturing powerhouse, a mix of the modern and ancient, Wuhan, a megacity on the Yangtze River, was known for many things. But all of a sudden, the city is under siege by an invisible enemy. Last December, novel coronavirus pneumonia broke out in the metropolis with a population of over 10 million. With a deadly transmission rate, the infectious disease has bitterly spread across the country and has so far claimed over 2,000 lives.
In an unprecedented effort to curb the further spread of the epidemic, the epicenter of Wuhan has been locked down. How does the city withstand the befalling calamity? And will Wuhan eventually overcome this challenge? This is Xinhua Special. I'm Wu Zhi, reporting from Wuhan.
The epidemic outbreak coincided with the Spring Festival travel rush, arguably the most important period of the year for every Chinese. To contain the transmission, however, Wuhan has suspended all public transportation as well as outbound air and railway travel. While the city is at a standstill, the doctors and nurses are working around the clock.
正常情况下，能够在12点半钟睡觉的，很幸运的，这已经很正常了。我刚才就最短的就2个小时、3个小时，还有时候这边躺下去又被抓起来，躺下去2点钟躺下去，3点钟被他抓起来。
The medics in Wuhan are in a tug of war against the epidemic, and the number of infections is still on the rise. In a bid to turn the tide, multiple decisive measures have been rolled out.
In a race against time, Wuhan has built 2 hospitals from scratch in 2 weeks. Large public facilities have been transformed into medical centers ready to receive tens of thousands of patients. In a resolute measure to cut off transmissions, the entire city is mobilized to carry out health screening to ensure every confirmed or suspected patient is attended to, and over half of China's provincial-level regions are aiding cities in Hubei province with medical staff and equipment pouring in.
这个因为它潜伏期比较长，就出现了反复的现象，就人就厌食，就看到那个对食欲一点都没有，人就整天昏昏欲睡那种感觉。
最难受，其实我感觉就是发烧吧。其实我发烧的时候，真的很无助，因为烧一直都不退，而且一直在升高。
当时我们的病情都很严重的时候，我跟你说是冒着生命危险在救治我们。
像采取这个所谓这个中国方舱医院这样的一个做法，我觉得是能够取得制胜之道的一个关键之举，因为它可以迅速用低的成本、很快的社会动作解决这个大量的就是轻症这个确诊患者的收治问题，而这部分人恰恰在社会上流动造成传播的一个主导性的人群。
As the epidemic continues to wreak havoc, some in Wuhan have lost relatives, and more are fighting a sense of physical and psychological estrangement during the lockdown.
As residents are isolated in their homes to minimize the chance of infection, social workers and volunteers in the communities offer to do grocery shopping and patient delivery. For them, it is time to stand alone together.
如果没有什么很紧急的事情，不让他们出门。
能够在这个关键时候为我们居民服务啊，得到了居民的认可，我自己感觉很有成就感。
I trust the Wuhan people. I just feel my fears. Maybe I get infected. Maybe this is the last flight from Wuhan to Tehran. But I will stay here. It doesn't matter.
Some positive results have been achieved in Wuhan. Daily new confirmed and suspected cases have both dropped, and the number of discharged patients is rising steadily. But the epidemic situation remains grim and complex, and it is now a crucial moment to curb the spread. No victory should be lightly announced until there is a complete win.
Over 20 years ago, Wuhan was besieged by a ferocious flood unseen in decades. Today, the city is again inflicted with a disaster that may deprive the people of the right to breathe. But the people in Wuhan didn't yield 2 decades ago, and they won't today.